Two St. Johns County leaders are pushing for significant changes at the state level to better protect firefighters who experience line-of-duty injuries or sicknesses. It stems from this explosion and fire in St. Augustine that happened back in August of 2011. News4JAX reporter Aaron Farrar explains how a potential new bill would help firefighters and their families.
This was arguably one of the biggest fires ever in St. Augustine. David Stevens, who is the union president for St. Johns County Professional Firefighters, remembers that day in 2011 well.
And I remember going into our county administration and seeing stacks of gear piled up because they had to get them out of the gear from all the chemicals that had been absorbed onto the firefighters.
More than 12 years later, several firefighters have said their health was severely affected from that scene. It even forced at least two of them to medically retire, including the late Michael Riley, who News4JAX first introduced you to in 2021. He died a year later. Riley was diagnosed with early onset Alzheimer's and Parkinsonism 5 years after that explosion. That news is prompting Stevens and St. Johns County Commissioner Sarah Arnold to fight for some big changes.
And knowing that we had between 50 or 60 people there that day, knowing that they're waiting every day for a sign of something to pop up is something that we have to act on. We have to do something about this.
That something is Arnold and Stevens lobbying at the state capitol in an attempt to expand Florida presumptive disability for firefighters to include neurological diseases like Parkinson's. That change would give financial benefits to firefighters.
So they end up with this disease, they get medically retired, they're out of work, their benefits are cut because they didn't finish out their full career because of the disease. The medical bills stack up and they're unable to afford even paying their medical bills. So presumption law would help solve some of those problems and take care of the firefighter.
Stevens and Arnold say what they're fighting for right now already exists in 3 other states: New York, Virginia, and Indiana. Stevens and Arnold want Florida to assemble a task force to study and research the connection between neurological disorders and firefighting. They also hope lawmakers will discuss, establish, and ultimately pass a bill during the 2025 legislative session.
We have to fight for them. We have to continue to fight for them and to protect them.
Because she says those first responders are the ones who protect us. I'm Aaron Farrar, Channel 4, the local station.